Today is going to be a museum day. We are going to the Brooklyn Museum to see the Iris van Herpen exhibit. To be completely honest, I know the designer, I know her design, but I didn't know that much about her. With a quick Google search late last night, I found out that she's Dutch, that she's only 42 years old. For some reason, I thought she was older, and that her name, if I'm not mistaken, should be pronounced like Iris van Herpen and not Iris, how you would pronounce her name in English. Maybe it's still a thing, maybe everyone already knew it, but I just found out this 3 quick facts last night. Anyways, I am heading out to the museum. I'm meeting with AUSTEN. She is a content creator, and we have been kindly invited to go to the museum and the exhibit by the Brooklyn Museum, so super thankful for that. Now let's head out to Brooklyn. Let's go! I just came back from the Brooklyn Museum, made myself a cup of coffee because otherwise I'm not going to survive the rest of the afternoon. And I wanted to talk about the exhibit. As usual, I like to take you along with me as if we are going to the Brooklyn Museum together. And now we are debriefing. We are sharing what we saw, what we thought about the exhibit. We're just friends obsessed with fashion and museums talking. So first of all, I want to say that I was in awe at the exhibit. It's honestly amazing. And I feel like if you are visiting New York City at some point between now and December when the exhibit closes, I feel like this is something that you can't miss. Especially if you love fashion, it is one of the best displays of fashion and couture that I've seen in the past few years here in New York City, and I've seen quite a lot. So I highly recommend it that you put it in your radar and you go and visit it. Second thing that I wanted to mention is that I really love learning more about the designer, more about her thought process, how she takes inspiration from water, from nature, from the brain, in a way, from certain things of Japanese culture. Every time I stumble upon one of these exhibits, I get to learn so much, and I hope that all the previous clips from the museum really help share that knowledge and that inspiration behind her designs with you, so you can get this feel like you were there with me. And then the last two things that I wanted to mention were things that I don't think the clips before really capture in all of its essence, and not because I did a bad job. I feel like I did a great job, but more because it was like a 4D immersive experience that it's difficult to capture in video. The first of this 4D experience things that I wanted to share is the atelier. Getting a chance to see her workshop, the place where she works at, a space inspired by her actual studio back in the Netherlands. Getting to see that was amazing. I don't think I ever seen anything like that when at a fashion exhibit. I love everything that has to do with behind the scenes. When I get a chance to watch documentary, to hear someone talk about the process, their thinking behind anything they create, whether that might be a gown, an attraction at Disney, or even a YouTube video and someone explaining their thought process. There's something about this process of like peeking behind the curtain that I love, and having the chance to experience this atelier and this space where you could touch the fabrics, where you could see the actual drawings that she had done of some of the gowns, where you could see these materials very close up with the microscopes and see these like little pieces, these mini dresses that she does before the actual final piece. I know there was something so special about that spot that I think it's why I filmed so many clips. I was just mesmerized. And something that I also really appreciated, how this exhibition was organized and set up. It was so smart, and it really helped you feel the pieces in a way. Like, for example, whenever the theme or the inspiration behind the pieces was something cheerful and airy, bright, all the walls were white or cream, and the music felt happy. And then when the inspiration behind this was more about the brain, nightmares and stuff like that, which felt a lot more dark, all the walls were black and the music was kind of eerie. I would say full on spooky, but it made you feel a certain way. When I realized this, I went back a couple of galleries and I was like, why do I feel like a different way when I'm in the same exhibit but walking through different galleries? And it was because of the walls. Some of them were light and everything felt more open, and the music helped with that. And then when you moved to the other gallery, the walls were darker, you felt like more oppressed in a way, and the music also felt kind of unnerving, which I'm guessing someone thought about that. It's not that I just stumbled upon this. Someone definitely thought about making you feel a certain way while walking through these galleries, and I loved that. And the last thing that I really loved about this exhibit was that final space with these round mirrors and round glass. They made such a wonderful job with mixing that piece of art, which is by a different artist. And this gown, some of them were upside down, some of them were sideways, really more than just fashion. It was art and somehow like having all your senses activated. So I only have like great things to say about the exhibit, I cannot lie. I really loved it, and I highly recommend that you go and visit it if you have the chance to be here in New York City at some point in the next few months. And as I was filming the intro for today's vlog and I mentioned that we were going to do a day at the museum, I realized not only how many museums I have visited in New York City, which has a lot to offer, but how many of them I've documented for this channel. We've been to the Met Museum multiple times. We've been to the New York Historical Society, which now has a slightly different name. We've been to the MoMA. We've been to the FIT Museum. We've now been to the Brooklyn Museum. And it's something that I'm happy that I am highlighting. New York really has so much to offer when it comes to culture and to museums. People literally come to the city to go visit all of these museums. It's something that my mom really liked doing. Every time she came to New York City, she went and visited every single museum. Some exhibits do change and some others don't, but still she liked visiting museums, and I feel like one of the reasons why I like museums as well is because of her. And having all those places in my backyard, as people in New York City like to say, I feel like it would be such a waste not to explore them. So that's why I love not only going to these museums and this exhibit, but getting to share them online for anyone, anywhere, in any corner of the world to get to explore them as well. I really hope you like this video. I will leave the info to the museum, to my friend AUSTEN, to everything I'm wearing, and to all the vlogs of the previous museums that I mentioned and that I visited in the past down below in the description box in case you haven't watched them. I really hope you like this video. If that is the case, of course, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. I would ideally love to get to 5,000 by the end of the year, which feels like a lot, but also very doable. So if you like this, subscribe if you're not already, and share my channel with anyone that you think might like it as well. And as I always say, I will see you on the next one. Bye!